Since the discovery of radio waves in 1896 by Guglielmo Marconi, the radio has become a powerful medium of communication all around the world, from real-time news updates to talk shows and all-round musical entertainment. Radio is truly omnipresent, proximal, timely, and enduring. From the traditional radio waves to present-day online radio, advancement in technology has taken radio to another pedestal, paving the way for more participation and inclusiveness in radio broadcasting. World Radio Day is celebrated every year on February 13th to recognize the importance of radio in news dissemination, education, and entertainment around the world.
Radio has evolved a lot, doing a bit of research from the early days when I started my career. I realized that even before some of us joined, radio moved from being a distribution center, for the BBC at the time, to becoming the NBC, to Radio Nigeria, and then, moving up to the point where we now had first independent radio station, moving from just being a public service platform to becoming a commercialized platform, as it were. I remember, before radio was commercialized, it used to be strictly a place where for public service, for announcements, for awareness, sensitization, grassroots engagement, development, and all of that. But at least to becoming commercialized, even from the public sector point of view, into having the first private, radio station in the country, and then to now that the biggest radio market in Africa is right here in Lagos.
Radio in Nigeria began in 1933 under British rule. At first, it was used to relay news from the BBC to government officials. In 1951, Nigeria established its own radio service called the Nigerian Broadcasting Service (NBS). Later, in 1978, it became the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria (FRCN), which is still the biggest radio network in the country till date. In 1992, the Ibrahim Babangida's regime introduced media deregulation policies, which paved the way for the National Broadcasting Commission (NBC) Act of 1992 and allowed private individuals and organizations to own and operate radio and television stations, leading to the establishment of the first private radio station in Nigeria in 1994. At the moment, there are over 740 licensed and functioning radio stations across the country, with Lagos State taking the lead among states with the highest number of radio stations operating on the frequency modulation FM band. One of such is the first business, economy, and development radio station, the Isle 104.9 FM.
Radio has been able to impact on the community in the area of enlightenment and education, because radio is one of the most effective ways of communication in the developed world, in the developing world, and in the third world, because radio connects and radio spreads the news easier, closer, and faster. In the area of entertainment too, now we need more radio stations. We need more radio stations that are more business-oriented. Environmental issues are discussed. We talk about the environment. We talk about climate change. We talk about building bridges across continents.
This year's World Radio Day is themed Radio, a Century Informing, Entertaining, and Educating, as radio broadcasters are being encouraged to focus on climate-related issues and how radio can help spread the awareness about protecting the environment. Antonia Umor, Sook News Television.